What's going on? This Will McCraven. I'm gonna try this one more time again. So my guy sent me this link in my inbox last night or early this morning. I saw it this morning. But before I go into that, I do apologize to those who are looking for videos from me. I have them. They're on my desktop and on various files. Just haven't had the time to edit them. Doing a lot of work lately. Like I say, videos are done. They're just sitting there waiting to be edited. I gotta make the time for it. I tried to before I left, but the Wi-Fi just decided to have a mind of its own and didn't work for a whole day. But anyway, the link that my guy sent me was the thing in regards to Lisa Raye, saying a man has to be able to pay all her bills. I don't really want to deal with the paying a woman's bills currently. That's a whole nother topic. I want to get to the root that a lot of dudes just simply don't understand where the root comes from. The root comes from parents and grandparents somehow or another getting away from an old tradition, which was dowry. So anytime a guy wanted to get with their daughter, a dowry had to be paid. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen in the U.S. It happens. It's very minimal that it happens, but it still happens, but not across the board. So what is now been happening for however many odd years is that women, mainly mothers and fathers, are teaching their daughters to make sure they have their own and to be secure, because the original security was that dowry, just in case a man was bogus. So we gotta understand, a lot of things that get told don't get actually taught properly. So if you don't teach something properly, it's gonna get miscued, it's gonna get twisted, and the old folks would say it's gonna eventually get perverted. So you gotta understand, especially as a guy, that one of the biggest things at the forefront for a woman is security. So once she's been burned once, this kind of mindset is going to take place as far as her. You got to take care of this and you got to take care of that, and you paying this and paying that, because human nature is to adapt, and it's going to adapt very quickly. And it's just like a virus. A virus will adapt very quickly, and it's going to seek out and do what it needs to do to spread itself, to make sure it's secure, because it's in a fight mode to overtake. So a lot of women have that mindset in trying to be secure, in which they're going to fight to overtake. Now, it may not seem like a fight to you because there are different types of fights. Manipulation is an actual fight to gain advantage and leverage to position itself in a position to where it's secure. Even the virus is going to secure it. It's trying to secure itself in your body to do what it needs to do. Just as well as the same thing happens with business owners in sports arenas. That's why I say relationships are a business, because in business, especially in those in the sports arenas and sports and all that stuff, well, not sports arenas, but sports owners, when they go into that, they're looking for a place to hold their venue. So the arena is what happens is the sports owner gets the city to pay for the arena, and then what they end up doing is reaping all the benefits and the revenue, turning around and saying, we created jobs and we created more revenue for your area and your city, so you basically paid for them to make money off of you. Which is it's pretty similar in how women go about it in a relationship. Yeah, they tell you this and they tell you that. They're manipulating their way to get the advantage. So if something goes wrong, just like a sports team, or we don't like your terms, we're gonna uproot and we're gonna go to another city. Now you left with the bag. You left with all the expenses, and what did you gain from it? You gotta ask yourself, what are you gaining from it? It's like, as a dude, you gotta understand that all of this type of mindset is happening all because parents are telling their daughters to make sure they're secure, go get their own. So a woman, if she's not taught how to do this properly, she's gonna take advantage of you, as my grandmother used to tell me. Find the fool, bump his head. Son, don't be the fool, because the ones out there, they will find you as the fool and they gonna bump your head. And they may continue to bump your head if you let them. Why would you be a fool to let somebody keep bumping you upside your head? So a woman is going to do this. If you're the fool to turn around and give her demands, she's gonna keep doing it. So if she's not taught certain things and how to go about securing family wealth instead of her wealth and her security to make sure she's not left out here in a bad position, she's going to take advantage of it. So it's going to look to you as if they ain't nothing but users, but in truth and fairness, one, she got burned. Actually, that's number two, she got burned. Number one is she was told information that she definitely just didn't get the full scope of it, because chances are the one who taught it to her didn't have the full scope of it, so they couldn't thoroughly teach her why this needs to happen. And if they understood why dowries was actually taking place, they require a guy to come in automatically, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't have to do too much else as far as constantly giving money and paying this and that, because everything is secure. But also back then, well, Andy, I don't even say back then. True people who understand business know that I'm not going out here blowing a whole bunch of money. But in the brown community and those who are of poverty, they don't understand this. Or because you're brought up in this systematic or United States world where it's designed to get every single thing out of you as far as currency. It's kind of like what the Matrix was saying. The machines are using them for one source, which is a battery. Well, the United States has turned it into the battery of a source is you as a human being every single dollar that they can extract from you. That's why you get so many taxes. You're taxed practically on everything except air currently. They'll probably find a way to tax you on air. But you're not learning certain things, because why would they teach you certain things to prevent you from giving up your dollars? So in these lower income communities, as well as brown people, you're taught to get as much as you can get and have entertainment become your fixation of escaping your problems, because you don't have the knowledge to get out of them. So there's a problem. So it's easy to prey upon this, which is why these women who go out here trying to secure this bag, they're dealing with a bunch of stuff. I'm not saying there's no fault to them. Ignorance is never a fault to the individual who's ignorant. They just were never taught. Now, being stupid is a whole nother thing. But ignorance is not knowing things. So I don't peg that to individuals who just simply don't know. If I try to tell you something and you don't want to hear it, then I already understand that you're locked into your ignorance, and it's hard to get adults out of what they know or what they're used to. So, man, y'all gotta understand, man, that females are gonna female. They just go female, and they can't escape trying to be secure. And if you got the bag and you want to fall into that manipulating trap, you're gonna fall into it. I mean, it's your choice to choose or not. But do I fault individuals like Lisa Raye? Nope, I don't. Even though she's made millions of dollars and she more or less can pay her own bills, why would I fault her? Because she's gonna do just like certain businesses do. They're gonna spend your money, keep their money, and continue to raise their wealth. which is why you see a lot of this stuff going on the way it's going on. I saw something, was it a couple days ago, I think it was, where a chick sued a guy and got $12,000, and she claimed she needed therapy because of him. So she sued him to get up on the bag. And first thing I did when I saw it was check the comments. Got 35,000 likes, and it got over 1 million something views, and there were nothing but women in the comments. And there I seen one in particular ask, what state was this, how do we go about doing this? And she had a bunch of likes and a ton of females commenting, yeah, I want to know, sis, how to find out about this. Because they're all about securing the bag. If they can secure the bag based on their emotional turbulence, they're going to do it. They're going to do it and think that they deserve to be compensated for it. Because it's an emotional instability. Secure. They're most of the time their emotions make them insecure. They're not secure in their emotions because they don't know how to control them. So they're gonna always have secure issues, trying to secure their emotions, trying to secure their pockets, trying to secure their mental. It's just trying to secure their heart, their spirit. They're gonna do this all the time, which is why after a woman goes through this period of where she's made to feel uneasy, she's now defensive. Security deals, in order to secure something, you have to deal with the defense. And as I say, a defense position is a fighting position, which is why it's best to get a woman who's never been dealt with, never been touched, a virgin, so to speak, because those defenses are not there. And if you're gonna get that, you definitely need to be dealing with a father if you're gonna get a virgin. But I don't want to go too far off into all that because I am straying a little bit. But this subject technically has to deal with a lot of avenues and a lot of lanes. But y'all gotta understand, man, that a chick saying all that about you paying her bills, man, it's rooted with how she was taught. It's pretty much rooted how she was taught, and she was taught to make sure she's secure back. I mean, anytime you see these women out here going to work and all that, their parents, somewhere down the line, was their parents, their grandparents, family member, told them to secure a bag. You gotta have your own. Don't trust these men out here. He may leave you. Now think about, if you're telling that, what are you telling the men in regards to family and not leaving a woman? There has to be a clash. There's a clash going on in teaching. There's definitely a clash going on in teaching. It's a clash going on. And with that clash, man, you're gonna have a problem, which is why we have problems that's going on currently. But yeah, it's Will McCraven. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope you're encouraged. Hope you get your mind together. And most of all, be easy.